hour to think of how I wanted to start this episode.
Yeah, how did two like best friends start an episode?
Pretend
it's a voice memo.
Okay, how do you want to say?
I don't know.
So
let me catch you up on the last 3 weeks of my life.
You know how we started voice memo? So I already recorded this and then I forgot. I didn't press send.
Are we going?
Yeah, it's rolling.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but we're good. We can just start. Carter, welcome to Off the Shelf.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to Toronto.
I know. I love it here.
Oh my gosh. How you doing?
Oh, good.
You
Rainy.
picked a very shitty week to come to Toronto.
I really did. Between this and my work trip up north last week that we were like stuck in that snowstorm with no power.
You had no power?
You had no power in Iqaluit.
It's okay, wait, how do you say it? We had an argument about this.
Oh, Iqaluit. Wheat, I think, is the proper pronunciation.
Gotcha.
Iqaluit. That was in the newspaper. That's what they said.
That's okay. Okay, cool. Amazing. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to overthink it because we just have regular conversations.
I feel like it's probably actually easier to talk to someone that like you're not really good friends with.
Sometimes, because I'm not going to sit here and interview you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretend it's a voice memo. You can like close your eyes, pretend you're holding the phone and be like, I recorded this already, but that's like Morgann and I's issue every time we record a voice memo.
No, it's okay. How did we meet? Let's give everyone like a little bit of our lore.
Oh, a little bit of backstory, a little bit of friendship lore. Thomas is here, but you can't see him. Thomas is our manager. And I don't know. Someone DM'd someone first.
I DM'd you.
I don't remember this.
Yeah. Okay, so I DM'd Carter, you.
Yeah, like 3-4 years
ago? A
ago?
long time ago. And I think I was asking what camera I should buy.
Yes, you're like, what vlog camera should I get? And I was like, girl, it's my favorite subject.
Yes, because I was like starting my YouTube days and I didn't know what I was doing. And I think I had come across your TikTok before your YouTube channel.
That's so random because YouTube is my main platform. Yeah. That's so funny.
But I think like you were talking about YouTube in the post. You were just like, I don't know. I saw Canadian, I saw YouTuber, and I was like, I saw Reader. I was like, okay.
Sign me up.
Can I be friends with this girl? So I DM'd you. I know.
That's crazy, yeah.
So I guess that was 4 years ago.
That was like a long time ago. Damn. And then when I started coming to Toronto for like work, then we would like grab dinner. Yeah. And now we're like voice memo.
Went to your wedding?
Yeah, went to our wedding reception. We've done so much.
Yeah. Did you just celebrate your anniversary? Like actual anniversary?
Yeah, May 13th.
May 13th.
I know.
Wow.
That was the day we got engaged too. So like,
what did you guys do for your anniversary? Anything?
We went to Arnprior for the day.
What is that?
It's like a small town outside of Ottawa.
Oh, cool.
Because we love going to small towns.
Yeah.
And I was leaving the next day for that work trip. So I was like, I don't really want to do anything like big and extravagant. Mm-hmm. So we went to a little small town. You know, they had a bookstore and a coffee shop. So I was like, sold.
Yeah.
And then we tried to eat our wedding cake, but it was like freezer burnt. It was
disgusting. You guys froze it?
Oh, yeah. No. I think it's because like we lost power so much over the winter that it would like thaw and then like freeze again. Gotcha, it tasted like a plastic bag. And then we had some nice steaks, and we're like deep in Criminal Minds right now, so we just watched Criminal Minds all night.
I do want to start watching that, but I haven't.
You should, because there's like 17 seasons.
Well, that's the reason why I haven't started.
Oh, but it's kind of nice knowing you have a show, because I feel like everything's about to go on summer break right now. Like Matt and I are big TV people, and I feel like everything's like kind of slowing down now. So it's nice to have a show that you can watch.
True.
You know, like The Last of Us comes out on Sundays. So now we have something to watch, you know, Monday through Saturday until the next episode of like The Last of Us comes out.
I see. Okay, amazing. Well, let's jump into books.
Good. Yeah.
What was
have you read The Naturals, actually?
Have I read The Naturals? Yeah, a long time ago.
It's like kind of like that. That's why everyone like says The Naturals is like Criminal Minds, but YA.
By Jennifer Lynn Barnes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that a long time ago.
Yeah.
But since I didn't like the Inheritance games.
I'm the same. I didn't like the Inheritance games.
I kind of just
didn't
love
it, sorry, I should say.
Yeah. I gave it 3 stars. Like it was okay.
It was okay. Which people think 3 stars is bad. It just like it was.
It's not.
It was good. It was good. I'd say like 3 stars is good. 4 stars is great. And 5 stars is like invokes emotion out of me.
Although I will say like I wouldn't recommend a 3-star book.
Oh, I would, to a specific person. That's what I have, like a little notes app of like my ratings when people ask me. And 3 stars to me is like I would recommend, but like to a certain person. Because sometimes it's things I don't like third act breakup, or like, not that someone would ask you for a third act breakup recommendation, but like I could see how someone could like a book that's 3 stars.
Okay.
It just might have something I don't like.
What's like a book you've given 3 stars to recently then?
Oh gosh.
Not to totally put you on the spot, or like not recently. In
why
general.
didn't I feel like? Can I pull up my Fable?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I just read something that was 3 stars like the other day.
3 stars,
I think 3 stars is my most popular rating, because it's just kind of like, oh, that was good. Like moving on. I'm never gonna remember it.
I don't know. I think a 3 star is boring to me.
Oh, 4 Weekends and a Funeral. I gave that 3 stars.
Can I see the cover?
That was like a recent book of the month pick.
Oh, no, I haven't seen
because
that
this
before.
is a very specific micro trope, but I don't like when they get with the dead ex-boyfriend's best friend. But then
dead ex-boyfriend's
best friend. Like she broke up with her boyfriend, then goes to his funeral, and the family still thinks they're dating, and then she helps the dead guy's best friend pack up the apartment, and then they fall in love. But like I could see how someone could like that because the ratings for that are phenomenal. But for me, I was just kind of icked out.
Yeah, I don't think I love that either. How would the boyfriend feel?
He's dead. We can't ask him, but
fair. Yes.
Yeah. I've actually read 2 this month. I literally said that in a vlog. I was like, if I had a nickel for every time I read a dating dead boyfriend's best friend, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot of money, but it's weird that I read that twice in a month. I read a cowboy romance too, but that time she was dating the guy when he died. Then found out he cheated on her. So then she's it's not the trope for me. But
I don't think it's the trope. I haven't read anything
someone
like
else
that.
would like it.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, well, moving on. No, that's not.
We can literally just like go back and forth.
No,
like,
I know, it's okay.
This.
Okay, what was like the last book you pulled off the shelf? That's how we start the episode.
Ooh.
So like, what was the last book you read or are you currently reading?
Oh, I'm currently reading. Well, I didn't pull it off the I took it off the Kobo shelf, so does that count?
Works, that's fine.
Slipstream, which is a new F1 romance that came out on Tuesday. Shocker.
I forgot you love F1.
And what else? I just finished the second book in the Bridge Kingdom. Finished a lot. Yeah. Did you read the Bridge Kingdom?
Is that
so
the
good. Danielle L. Jensen?
Yes. I read the first one. Give it 3.
Yeah.
If I give a book 3 stars, it also means I'm not reading the sequel.
Oh, so you wouldn't continue the series? I should have done that with Plated Prisoner, actually, now looking back on it, which is something that actually, this is Morgan and I's friendship.
Oh my
goodness. The Plated Prisoner series.
I don't have this on what I wanted to talk about today, but let's talk about it. Did you, where are you at?
Okay, so it took me 9 months. Well, Goldfinch came out last year?
The first one?
Also, keep in mind, I didn't read it when was it indie published? Were all of them indie published first? No.
I don't
like she got picked up traditional halfway, I want to say. Like Goldfinch never came out indie first, I don't think.
Well, because they've been changing the covers.
Yeah.
Is that because she got picked up or they just wanted to change
I think
them?
so.
Okay.
But some like Zodiac Academy got picked up, but the books are all out. They're just getting new covers. But I don't think 4, 5, and 6 were out when she got picked up. But
maybe not.
I finished Goldfinch. I did it on audio, hoping that would kind of maybe like add to the experience.
What number of book is this?
That's the last one. I think it's 6.
Whoa.
Did you stop halfway?
I stopped at 4.
Yeah, it's to me. I think overall it's like a 4-star series, maybe 3.5-star series. I think had they taken like the content of the 6 books, and put it into 4 books that were like bigger, I would have preferred that because I think it falls off after 4. The ending to I hope Goldfinch is the 6th book. I think it is. The ending to that was like good and it was like satisfying and it was like a nice conclusion. But like I wish they had just like 4, 5, and 6 maybe like made one big book. Or
see, I wish 1 and 2 were together. 1 and 2 wrecked my mental health a little bit too much. I had never read anything that dark.
No, it's
ever.
Pretty like I don't know what you consider like dark, spicy romantasy.
I don't know. And the fact that we didn't get to meet the love interest until end of book 2.
Yeah, it's like the slowest.
That's a lot.
Slow burns.
And I can do a slow burn, but I think just like the amount of mental and physical abuse she went through. Like you need to read the first book and then 2 rom-coms and the second book.
Yeah, you really gotta space it out.
Yeah.
I
can't believe you finished it.
I've never read anything like it. Like it's one of those series that like I'm always gonna think of, which maybe I should rate it higher than. But like in terms of like fantasy, like world building and like the actual plot, like it is so unique to anything else out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I put it off for the longest time and then I was like, I just need to like read it. I need to finish it and know how it ended. And
has she written anything else, Raven Kennedy?
I don't know. I should look into that because I do like her writing style.
The writing style to like
so fast paced.
As deep and dark as it was, like the writing style was great because it obviously was provoking so much emotion.
There's something about like a good fast paced romantasy that has good world building, but it's not complex and like hurts your brain. And that's what her books are. Damn. You can speed through them.
Should I finish the series?
I don't know. I had someone DM me and say, should I skip books 4 and 5 and just go to 6? And I'm like, you really honestly could. Like not much happens. Well, things happen, but like you would be able to follow along. Because I read book 5 like, when it came out 2 years ago maybe. And I don't remember anything and I was fine in book 6. Like I was just.
Wait, book 5 came out 2 years ago?
I think so.
Oh my God.
Because I think Goldfinch came out last year. The audio just came out, which is why I waited to do it on audio. I think it came out in 2024.
Damn. Yeah. Maybe I will read. I took a break from Zodiac Academy too.
Same.
What are you on?
4. Did we also start that no, we didn't start at the same time.
No.
I'm on 4, but that's like when the books start getting really big and I'm really losing momentum, but the covers are so beautiful.
Yes. I haven't read a romantasy book all year.
I know, that's crazy.
I know. And that is like, if I had to choose one genre to read, it's going to be romantasy. Yeah. No, that's such a lie. I read Fearless. I read the last one but that's it. I'm in my thriller era, which I love.
What did you read recently?
Recently I've read nothing.
I know. I feel like you can tell when like we're both not like reading great books because no one in the text chain is talking about books.
No.
One of us is in a slump. No book talk is being had.
I have recently read like Carly Fortune's new book, One Golden Summer. I read Emily Henry's new book, Great Big Beautiful Life.
I think there was a lot of anticipated releases for us.
Yes. And then what else? Oh, Promise Me Sunshine, which I loved. The title of my newsletter today
is Promise Me Sunshine.
Well, it's for the book club. Yeah. But no, this is my new favorite book character.
One thing about Morgan and I is that opposites attract. Yeah. Because odds are if I give a book 5 stars, she's given it like 3. And if she gives a book 5 stars, I've given it 3.
Sometimes we're at the same level.
Sometimes we are.
Funny story, we're at the same level.
Great Big Beautiful Life, we're kind of at the same level. I don't think we agreed on Ashley Poston.
I loved A Novel Love Story though.
Yeah, you did, but you didn't love The 7-Year Slip.
Oh yeah, no. Oh,
she's like you could hand me anything by her and I'll give it 5 stars. Like,
have you read Sounds Like Love?
I have the arc and I'm like 100 pages into it, and I'm enjoying it more than I thought. I'm not into like I think
me either
with romance. I think it's important to read about other jobs and hobbies and things like that. But I like reading about things, obviously, that I like to read about. And I'm just not really in the music space. So, like, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to like this. I think she's a songwriter.
Oh, okay.
But it's just, like, her writing is just incredible. And we've already had cameos. Like, they were talking about, what's the male main character in 7-Year Slip? His restaurant. They were like talking about his restaurant, and I just love when authors do that. Clementine, and I'm so bad at the male main character, but I can remember the female.
Steph, I need you to search that, or it's gonna bug me the entire episode. What is the main? Just search up 7-Year Slip and then tell us a name.
Clementine
and what? Because he calls her Lemon.
Ewan.
What?
I just read something with Ewan.
Ewan.
Oh, you were right.
Ewan.
How do you pronounce that? It's hard when you're reading, and
it is hard when you're reading.
Audiobook.
Oh yeah, fair. When I'm reading sometimes and I can't, like, I just skip over it.
I'm like, whatever the name. Like, I don't have to say it aloud, so it doesn't matter.
My issue with the 7-Year Slip was I didn't know if it was in the slip or the present.
That's true. It's not very obvious.
It's not obvious. It doesn't say like past and present or slip and now. Yeah, and other than that though, like, I liked it. I just like I was spending too much time trying to figure out what time it was,
than like focusing on the book.
Yes, because obviously both characters were in both timelines.
Yeah.
Anyways,
do you have anything anticipated coming up? I guess Sounds Like Love.
Yes, I'm excited for that. I am excited for the second Bride book, Mate by
I'm
Ali
excited
Hazelwood.
for Problematic Summer Romance.
Okay. I didn't even know that was coming out.
I love an age gap.
I had no idea Ali Hazelwood was coming.
It wasn't getting. The whole point was they didn't do any marketing around it, and they didn't release the cover until like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better.
No arcs, nothing. Cool. I don't think.
Is it a full-fledged novel?
Yeah.
Damn.
She's writing like it's no one's business. Her and Frida McFadden are just throwing out books left, right, and center.
Who are your like auto-buy authors?
Ooh. Okay, Ashley Poston.
Yeah.
I will say Emily Henry. I'm trying to think of lesser like those are I feel like are everyone's like auto-buy authors.
Yeah.
Catherine Cowles is a new one for me.
Oh, are those like the
Romantic
small town?
Suspense?
Yes, I haven't read any of them yet.
Maggie Gates now that I read Duststorm, 5-star cowboy romance read.
Really?
So good. Yeah.
Okay.
Who else? I'm trying to think of anyone in the thriller space. Liv Constantine, Sherry Lapina.
Ooh, okay.
I feel like I've gotten away from like auto-buy authors and more towards like an auto-buy book. Like I'm trying to buy more in alignment with like if I think something's gonna be a 4 or 5-star read.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Like if an author comes out with something that's like a little bit different or even like a premise I'm not excited about, I'll get it from the library instead.
True. Yeah. So or like I'm gonna get it on Kindle Unlimited or Kobo
exactly.
or one or the other.
Yeah, I'm trying to go more towards like the book sounds really, really good to me. Like even Shield of Sparrows, I was like, I think I'm gonna enjoy this, but like I'm still gonna get it from the library and then I can always buy, my trophy after.
Fair. I obviously was gonna buy Emily Henry's new book.
This hardcover.
Oh my God, I know. But it's 30% off in Indigo, so it's okay. But it's a lot.
I need it. Last year I literally bought Funny Story in hardcover. And then I ended up like selling it on Facebook Marketplace when the paperback came out because I was like, I need them to all
But now the
match up.
paperback is out of Funny Story.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous. Oh my God, what was I going to say about Emily Henry's books?
Julia Whalen, best narrator ever.
Oh my God, she's so good.
So
Her
good.
and then whoever narrates like Sarah J. Maas's books, those she's an auto listen.
Yeah.
Love and I had like a theory that I only liked Emily Henry's books if they were narrated by her. And I saw, Emily Henry did like an interview recently where she was like, people have told me that they love when they'll only listen to it now because of the narrator. Yeah.
Yeah, she's good. I know everyone says I have to do Throne of Glass on audio if I'm gonna read it.
You still haven't read it?
I still haven't. I'm kind of scared because.
Have you heard any spoilers about it?
Nothing.
You've dodged.
But I think
all
it's
of
because
them.
I'm not on Sarah J. Maas like social media. Like I'm not on that side of TikTok because like I wasn't the biggest fan of ACOTAR. Like I feel like I've kind of dodged it. I'm not on that side.
Yeah,
right?
we weren't gonna talk about
Yeah,
it.
that's fine. We can talk about it. Can air out Carter's dirty laundry.
Damn. No, but I forgot that you hadn't read Throne of Glass.
Yeah, and I haven't read Crescent City.
What ACOTAR book did you get up to?
The third. I finished the green one, Akamath.
Yeah,
And
Court of
they say,
Mist and Fury. Yeah.
And then I started the third one, and then I was just like,
Wow.
it's not that it wasn't even like bad. I just was like, I was not enjoying myself, and so I was like, let me put this down.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll pick up back up again later. Maybe I won't. But
Throne of Glass is my favorite.
yeah,
between
I
the
think
two.
I need to do it. I think I need to commit, but I think I would do it on audio. And I heard they're coming out with graphic audio, like dramatized ones, which I love because I did Zodiac Academy on that with like all the sound effects and like the rain and all that. It's so good. Full cast.
Oh, I've never done that before.
waiting. I'm gonna wait for that. I think it comes out. Maybe it's already out, but
what, for Throne of Glass?
yeah. Ooh. But then the issue is that it takes them obviously like a year to do each book because there's such like a full cast,
it's a
dramatized,
movie, basically.
So I started with Zodiac Academy and they only had the first two out, and so then I was like, I gotta switch to the book because I can't be waiting 6 years for the rest of them. Like they're out here literally producing a movie.
Zodiac Academy is like my guilty pleasure.
Same,
books.
it's like Secret Life of Mormon Wives for me. It's the only reality TV I watch.
I've never watched that before.
It's the only I don't watch any reality TV, but that it's also like my travel guilty pleasure because obviously Matt won't watch that with me. Like he's not interested. So last night I watched like 4 episodes with my pizza in my hotel room. Yeah.
What is it about?
The
I know
Mormons
this is not book related,
in
but
Utah, the TikTok Mormon group.
Yeah, but like
Moms.
Secret Lives, like they know they're obviously being filmed. So
yeah, I don't really actually understand the title.
Okay.
Of why it's called Secret. Oh, it's because like I feel like they don't follow the Mormon rules. Like, you know, they drink and do drugs and like, you know, they're swingers and stuff like that. So
oh damn.
Yeah. So I think that's like the Secret Life part.
What is it on?
Disney Plus.
Okay. I have every streaming service, so good.
Yeah, same. We do too.
Oh my God. Okay. What are like 5 books that you think define your reading taste?
Oh gosh, that's hard. Someone asked me that, like, what are your all-time favorite books? And I'm like, I feel like I've read so many. You must feel like that too. Like okay. I feel like when people think of me, they think of a novel love story. Like I just think that's one of those books that you associate me with.
Okay.
Game of Thrones.
Have you've read them?
Yeah, I've read all the books multiple times.
How many
annotated
are there?
Them. 5 or 6. And then we're still waiting for the next few to come out.
It's not done?
Yeah, no, like the whole point was that the TV show took a different turn from George R.R. Martin.
I did hear about this.
And then
turn that no one liked.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a prequel. They did one about House of Dragon, and then there's one that's coming to, I want to say HBO, but what's HBO in Canada? Crave, I think, right?
Yeah.
Tales of Dunk and Egg. There's like, he has like a bunch of like little spin-offs. I think novel love story, Game of Thrones, Hunger Games. One thing. I think that was like influential in terms of my upbringing. Yeah. Not necessarily what people would associate me with, but.
Did you read The Hunger Games like when it was coming out?
Oh yeah, as a kid.
Okay. So did you have to wait for like Catching Fire and Mockingjay, or were they already?
I don't even know when they came out, if there was a difference. I can't even remember the release date on those. I feel like I must have read them when all 3 were out.
Gotcha. Okay.
So maybe like in my early teens?
Yeah.
Did you read them all when they came out?
No.
Like as they came out, you read them?
No, they were out. I think. I think I read The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games was like my first like big girl book that I read. I must have been like 12.
Yeah.
So that would have been.
So I would have been, yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say I would have been 14, but you didn't read them when they came out, so like there's no way to know.
Yeah, no,
what
so I'm not sure. I was just like, ooh, Hunger Games.
That was me with Harry Potter. Like I vividly remember my earliest childhood memory is bringing like a Goblet of Fire around the classroom with me. Like a 600-page book. I read it when I was 6 or 7, and I didn't understand it.
Oh my god!
But like it's my fondest childhood memory is carrying on these giant books with me.
So you've always been a reader.
Always.
Are your parents readers? Your mom?
My mom, yeah, my mom is. My mom's like a memoir cookbooky.
Okay, gotcha.
Mom. My dad does not read.
Gotcha.
And I was a big library kid growing up.
I was too.
Yeah.
I would like bring a full backpack
same. And get like
check
a 20
out
book.
20.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I know.
Damn.
Sometimes we say things that I'm like, oh, we're like destined to be friends.
Yes,
but then I'm like,
I know.
Oh, we already are friends. I'm trying to think of other books. I'm trying to think of like one in each genre, like thriller and then a fantasy book.
What's your like favorite thriller?
I feel like in terms of just like I'm thinking like memorable books, The Wives by Taryn Fisher and The Silent Patient, because those are the first 2 books I read in lockdown.
What was the first one?
The Wives by Taryn Fisher.
No, I haven't read that. I read The Silent Patient.
Yeah, those ones I feel like memorable to me because I mean I read all throughout university, but like it was like the first books I read during the lockdown, and then I got a Kindle, and I feel like that was like, you know, monumental.
Gotcha.
Fantasy. Do I have an all-time favorite fantasy book? It's one of those things that's like if you looked at your bookcase, you'd be able to like tell in an instant. Like I'm trying to think of. I have to say, Metal Slinger is like really high up there. Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. She just got picked up by a publisher. Like that is one that it was so good.
Damn.
Oh, you have to read that. I have a list of indie ones for you.
Okay, I will read.
I feel like I've read some really good indie romantasy books lately.
I looked at your Fable like before we were filming this. I haven't read any of the books you've read recently. I was like, oh, like what should we talk about?
Yeah.
None of them. Literally none of them. And even on Fable, we only are a 13% match.
Wow.
I know.
But I feel like we read similar books.
I
maybe
thought
just
so
not this
too.
year.
Maybe not this year.
Because you've been in a big thriller era, like you said. So maybe
yeah,
and I haven't really I feel like there hasn't been many thrillers that have come out this year.
I haven't read that many books this year. It's pissing me off.
I have to say I kind of like that in the sense of you like being like, oh, I don't know any of these books, because I feel like the book community gets so oversaturated with the same book recs. Absolutely. That it's like kind of nice.
Yeah.
When you're like, oh, I haven't even heard of this book. I'm like, yes, that's the point. Like,
I'm reading a lot. I like either read super popular ones or like super niche.
I'm in the middle. I'm like, I won't read anything really hyped.
Damn. Okay.
I'm just scared it's gonna like let me down. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, you know?
Like
like when I tell people like, oh, I gave ACOTAR 3 stars, like people get like genuinely mad at me, and I'm like, no, but I love that you loved it. It just wasn't for me. But people like people get nasty about that,
especially about ACOTAR.
Yeah,
I would say. Damn. I wish you liked them, because The Court of Mist and Fury is.
I really enjoyed that one compared to the first one. And like I love how much people love it. Like people get tattoos and like it's like me with Game of Thrones. Like it was like so influential. But I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like scared to read these overhyped books because I don't want to like make anyone upset with like my review and being like, oh, this was just okay to me. Like I'd rather just not read it. And then find other book recs that like people, like you said, haven't heard of or
Damn. Do you have any anticipated releases this year?
Girl, do I?
Julie.
I have like a literal Notion table with like 100.
Damn.
I'm so type A.
When you texted me about like let's talk about anticipated releases, I was like, I don't know any.
No, like I am like I'm okay, so type A, it's kind of crazy.
Let's hear
I filmed a whole video on it, to be fair, like in January. So I feel like I just like wrote them all down.
But I feel like a lot of good ones already came out this year.
I will I do agree. The new TJR book, Atmosphere.
Oh, I haven't read that. Yep.
Me too. I didn't read it yet though.
I haven't either.
I have to be in the mood. It's like spacey and
But I love anything to do with astronomy.
Yeah.
I just like I haven't read any of her books.
You've never read a Taylor Jenkins Reid book?
No.
You've never read Seven Husbands, 11 Hugh?
No.
Oh, that is like also up there for me.
I have it. I have that one. I have Carrie Soto is back.
No, you gotta read her backlist. Her backlist is incredible.
What do you mean backlist?
Like her books that she, like her backlist. Like before she had that one big book that came out, like her backlist.
Like the One True Loves, is that part of her backlist? Gotcha.
Yeah, okay. One True Loves, Forever Interrupted, Maybe in Another Life. They're all on KU.
I have them
They're
all.
so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will read.
Let's go through. All the Dramini fanfic coming out this year. We've got 3 of them.
What?
Are you into fan? Did you read? Did you read?
Yeah, I love. I read Manacled.
Alchemize is coming out, which is Manacled.
They changed the name?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought it was a whole...
because they can't make money off of it. So they have to change. They had to like, I think she had to go and rewrite the whole book.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Julie Soto has one coming out. She wrote The Auction, I'm pretty sure.
Shut up.
Yeah.
She did?
I'm pretty.
I
like,
love
don't
The
quote
Auction.
me on that,
No, that's
but
okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Rose and Chains is The Auction. And then.
Whoa.
I always get this one mixed up, but like, Don't Fall in Love with Your Enemy or The Irresistible Urge to Fall in Love with Your Enemy by Bridget someone. That's another Hermione fanfic. I don't know what the original one is though.
Wait.
There's so many coming out this year.
You've read Manacled?
Yeah.
Okay.
And The Auction.
The Auction I think I read on Wattpad. Is it somewhere else?
It's on AO3 too.
Okay. Yeah, I only know about AO3 because of Manacled. I had no idea.
Yeah, I've read a bunch of them, but you're not like really supposed to rate them, I've heard. I didn't know that. I rated Manacled like on my, at the time, probably Storygraph, and someone had DM'd me saying that I guess you're not supposed to. I think people do rate them, but
Why though?
I don't really know.
If it's on Goodreads,
something about giving them I don't know, maybe attention to fanfic or I don't know.
I like a well-written fanfic.
Yeah, same. I love fanfic.
Have you read Vampire Academy or no?
No.
Oh my. Okay, so that series is like so near and dear to my heart.
Every time I see it at
times.
the thrift store, I think of you, and I think I should pick it up.
I love it. And there is a fanfic writer who wrote the entire series from the guy's point of view, and it is one of the greatest things I've ever read. It sounds exactly like Rochelle Mead. Like exactly.
Wow.
And I read them all on my phone because it wasn't on Wattpad and it's not on AO3 like at the time of me reading
transfer
this.
it.
No, it was on like fanfic.net.
Okay, maybe I need to read Vampire Academy. Because I see them at the thrift store
read it
all the time, and I think of you every single time.
I hope someone who's listening to this has read Vampire Academy and will go.
Is it YA?
Yeah, it's
it's
very YA.
Is it like Zodiac Academy in the sense that it's like kind of like cheesy, kind of like out of school vibes? Like drama?
No, I wouldn't say. Like the issue with Vampire Academy, like have you seen the movie?
It's a movie
and a TV show.
I've seen Vampire Diaries.
What? You didn't
know?
Oh my god. Okay, don't watch the movie.
Okay.
The Vampire Academy movie like has such a great cast, but like the way it was written is not good.
Oh.
It's so cheesy. Like it's a comfort watch, but they recently adapted it. Damn, I'm a broken record because I've talked about this before on because I'm like everyone needs to go watch it. It is one of the greatest, I think, book adaptations into a TV series.
Really?
And it got canceled after season 1.
That's the saddest one.
But it was so good, and it like leaned more onto the like new adult. It was like a little bit spicier than the show.
Something also, is it Six of Crows or something else got turned into a TV show that got canceled?
Yeah,
Is it Six of Crows?
Yeah, like Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows.
Is that in the same world?
You haven't read it?
No, Six of Crows is my book club pick this month. I still haven't started it.
Wait, have you read Shadow and Bone?
No,
though?
because it's one of those. It's like I have this list of books that I put off as long as I can because I can only read them for the first time once.
You have to read Shadow and Bone before Six of Crows, though.
Oh,
not really, but
I told everyone in my book club you don't have to, so here I am. Because it's like
you don't.
It's like Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2. I only watched it for the first time as an adult last year because I didn't want it to end.
No way.
Yeah, like I'll put things off as long as same with Star Wars. I put off watching Star Wars until like 2 years ago because like you can only experience it for the first time once in your life.
True. Yeah.
And there's certain books, Six of Crows, Shadow and Bone.
Six of Crows is one of my favorite books of all time.
Yeah.
I liked Shadow and Bone. With Six of Crows, like you don't actually have to read it. The characters never cross over into that book.
I think you get Easter eggs. That's what I was doing some research. You get some little like Easter eggs.
And I mean like I read Six of Crows like 4 years ago, so I think times are different. But like when I was reading it that young, people were like, it might be a little confusing in the beginning.
That's what everyone said, the magic system and stuff. You might be a little confused the first few chapters.
That's the only thing. Like Shadow and Bone gives you very basic understanding of like the different magical powers.
But then my issue is if I do Shadow and Bone, isn't there a sequel? Like it's a trilogy. So then do I have to read all 3 books before I read Six of Crows?
The end of the trilogy?
Okay.
Didn't like.
Maybe I can just do like a little like synopsis online.
Yeah,
of the
you
magic
could.
System.
Yeah,
I got the audio. Apparently, the audio is incredible.
Of which one? Shadow and
Six
Bone?
of Crows.
Six of Crows. Okay,
but it's my book club pick, and like time's ticking, girl. It's May 20 something.
You haven't read it for May. It's so good. Like that is one of the books that defined
you as
me as a reader. Yeah. I would say because it's so unique compared to like it's like a heist of Oh my God, it's so good. So you haven't watched the show.
The voice memos are coming, guys, when I start reading this.
Yes,
I'm
please.
Be like, by the way.
I'll play them on the podcast when I have a solo episode.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, Carter's finally reading it.
For anyone who cares, Carter has an update.
Wow.
Yeah.
The show is impeccable, though. The casting was so incredible.
I almost want to. It's bad. But I know I can't watch a show and then read the book. I can only read the book and then watch a show. But I'm such a visual person that I kind of want to watch the show so that I can like visualize the characters. But
it honestly might help. And the characters, in my opinion, look exactly how they are described in the show.
I like that.
Described in the book. Yes.
Because it's the worst when it and I get it. Someone had talked about this recently. Oh, it was a casting for El Kennedy.
Oh, yes.
When sometimes an actor just better suits a role, but they may not have the same hair color or like that. But
it's, oh my God. The issue, I think the reason why Shadow and Bone was canceled after season 2 is because they crammed 2.5 books in it in one season.
So then they were kind of running out of things.
Because this is I didn't hear this from anyone. This is my own brain making this up. But Shadow and Bone is the less popular trilogy characters. It's a friends to lovers romance. It doesn't really pack a big punch.
Yeah.
So they needed to include Six of Crows in the same timeline in the show to bring both. Yeah, it's combined. So the characters will eventually cross over in the show. They don't do that in the book. The book,
that's kind of cool, actually.
It was very
and it was well done. When
it was well done, so well done. The thing though with season 2 is there was too much happening. They didn't let conflicts fully have their time because you had to cram 2.5 books into 8 episodes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my God, I wish I could watch that again for the first time.
Yeah, if you lost your, that trend, it's if I lost my memory, what book would you read for the first time again?
If I lost my memory, what book would I pick
You can't
up?
say Six of Crows because that's obvious. You just said that. But what's another one? If you could experience a book for the first time again.
Honestly, probably Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, which is book 5. Yeah.
In Throne of Glass, right?
In Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
Yes. And you haven't read it, so I can't actually explain
why.
Is it book 5? Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, Queen of Shadows. I might have fucked that
Also,
up.
do you read the prequel first?
Oh, good question. I don't think it matters.
Okay, cool.
A lot of people are very strict on when
you
should read it.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I read it after book 6.
Okay.
Which is not in the normal thing. What I will say is I don't think you should read that prequel first.
Okay.
Because I think starting with Throne of Glass gives you such good world building and gives you a sense of who she is as a character and mentions the guy who was in the prequel.
Okay.
I feel if you don't start with the prequel.
Okay. I'm going to start with Throne of Glass.
Yeah. Anyways, if I lost my memory, probably Queen of Shadows or what's another really, really good, honestly, Powerless by Lauren Roberts is one of my favorite books of all time.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, that one just hit. It was everything I love in a book. And when she came on here and talked about that, she said the same thing. She was all the tropes that I loved reading growing up, I put into this book. I'm trying to think of a romance. There are very few pure romance books where I'm that was.
Yeah.
Do you have an answer? If you lost your memory, what would you want to read again?
Okay, this is also going to sound like a broken record because I won't shut up about it in my videos, but Dust Storm by Maggie Gates. I think it's a 6-star read for me.
Why have I even never heard of it?
I don't laugh out loud when I'm reading. I don't invoke emotion. I'm a very I feel everyone always films themselves reading and it's so cute, and I can never film myself reading because I have RBF.
Yeah.
I'm just so serious.
I do too. Yeah.
I laugh Matt. I had or maybe I wasn't listening to the audio, but Matt was I could literally hear you giggling in the other room. It was just so. I wish I could lose my mind. Not literally, but I wish I could read it again for the first time. It was that amazing.
Okay, I will read it.
You need to read it.
You've really convinced me. I feel this might hit on our same level. What is it about?
It's a cowboy romance.
Okay.
It's funny because it has the typical city girl comes to the country.
Yeah.
But the way that she wrote these characters, I think sometimes the romance, the way they banter is not relatable. No one would say that in real life.
Yes.
And it was just so funny. I don't like Single Dad, and I loved this. The kids were hilarious because they're I know you do. The kids are 10 and 12, so they're just at a really funny age, and they really contributed to the book. It's a trilogy, so it's like there's a whole found family element. But yeah, this like city girl comes to do like marketing for this cowboy ranch, and it's a little slow burn, but the timing is perfect because I'm a very big critique on like if you're gonna get together in the first 20 pages, like what's the point of having a whole book about it?
Yeah.
The timing was perfect on it, and it was just like laugh out loud funny. It was one of those books that like it was like a 5-star vibe.
Okay. Damn.
It was so good.
Okay, fine, I'll read it.
Yeah, you need to.
I am also like a very
like straight face
stoic person when I am like doing anything, truthfully, when I'm working. But when I don't edit the full podcast, but when I edit down the clips, I'm just like, my family's like, what are you laughing at?
About?
I'm like, myself.
It's just so silly.
Like, it's just like, I don't know. Damn, okay, I'm gonna read that. Okay.
I think everyone should read it. Everyone listening. It was
You read
so
it or
good.
audiobooked it?
I read it. She just got picked up by a publisher too. So
wow.
it's traditional. It's indie. Yeah.
Damn.
It's on KU still.
Wait, okay, so I have to read it before. Don't they normally like because they'll take it off and then they'll republish it?
I think the Kindle Unlimited book is staying on. I'm pretty sure. You just can't get the indie published covers. But like that's a series that like I bought all the indie covers. I will be buying all the traditional covers. I want her merch. They also my goodness. There's a cow. See, she just writes such funny scenes. There is a cow. I don't remember his name. In my head, his name is Potato, but that's not his name.
Yeah.
Like, I've just given him that name. And the cow wears pool noodles on its horns because it's really clumsy. And it's just one of those moments where I just, like, laughed so hard.
Yeah, that's good.
And so
that's
she
unique.
gets into this like little cabin that she's staying in on the ranch. And she's like, why is there a cow in here? And why does the cow have pool noodles on its head? And they're like, oh, this is so-and-so. It's like Potato. And he's really clumsy. And he's just like running around knocking things over. And like, it was just like the addition of little things I found so good. And now she has merch and I want the t-shirt. Okay. And it has the cow with the pool noodle on it.
Yeah, you loved a book when you're like scouting out the merch. Because I don't buy a lot of book merch.
No.
Ever. Like I get sent in PR and things like that. But if I really loved a book, I will consider doing it.
I loved the merch they did for Great Big Beautiful Life. There was like some tote bags and stuff. I saw them at one of our like local bookstores.
Interesting.
It was pretty cute. And it says like, this is a Great Big Beautiful Life.
I don't need another tote bag.
Because I did love that. And I loved the ending. I will say, I loved the ending of that book.
I will agree with you there.
I did tear up.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
Because they normally like, not normally, but I guess a lot of books will like mention the book title like midway through, having it end on like this is like a Great Big Beautiful Life. I was like,
it got me.
Yeah.
It was just like the perfect ending, I will say.
Damn, my issue with this, and I talked about this in last week's episode or 2 weeks ago, I just didn't like the story.
It felt very reminiscent of Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo to me. And I think for some people who like just enjoyed Seven Husbands, they'd be fine with it. But for me being like, that's like a 5-star read for me.
Yeah, fair.
I struggle when something's like really similar.
Yeah.
I really wish, I know she wanted to do something different. So like this is one of those books I find really hard to critique because I know she wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
I wish there was more, like I know the romance is a subplot, but her romance is always really a subplot. Like to me, she's more like women's fiction
for sure.
kind of a book. But I wanted more. Like I
need
didn't
a
ever
little
click
bit
with the
more.
relationship, and I was like, oh, why are you guys together? Like I feel like I didn't get anything. I do love anything that has to do with like a like historic what's the word back, you know, like past chapter.
Okay.
And like, you know, like especially like a movie star or something. Like I like those kinds of books. So I actually liked that element of the book. It was the romance part I didn't really love.
I just need a little bit more romance, but I liked them.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, I have some would you rather questions. Don't look at the screen.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather your reading slump last 6 months or only be allowed to read 3-star books forever?
Oh, that is so hard. I'd say reading slump.
Yeah.
Because you could listen. I've got like a little rap
I guess that's a loophole.
Yeah.
A loophole. I've been in a reading slump though for too long. Would you rather have to read the last chapter of every new book first or never read the last chapter?
Ooh, never read the last chapter and then I can make my own ending.
Yeah, but wouldn't you like even trying to ask Sometimes I can't talk.
She's so excited.
Give me a second. Sometimes like I will always think of it. Like even the guy's name in the 7-year slip. I was I actually won't be able to continue the episode if I don't know it.
That's true. Because then you could read the last chapter. Like it sometimes it doesn't ruin anything.
Sometimes it doesn't spoil.
Yeah, maybe I'm actually going to change my mind and say I'd rather read the last chapter first.
Some readers will just like read the last page anyways.
People do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I did like a hot takes segment in like an episode a few episodes ago. And yeah, people read the last chapter, the last page. to like avoid the heartache.
Not yucking the yum, but
I don't know. There's absolutely no judgment, but I couldn't.
No judgment, but I couldn't.
Okay, next. Would you rather be stuck on a very long plane or train ride without a book?
Plane. Because I would get motion sick on the train.
Really? Oh, you can't read when you're...
I don't know, but I don't want to try.
Okay.
I can read on the plane.
Can you read in the car?
No.
Whoa.
Ooh, I can read on the treadmill though, which is really weird because a lot of people can't.
What?
My motion sickness is very selective.
I've never attempted to read on the treadmill, but I don't think I could.
I'm not like usually a plane reader, but something about my flight last week, I was locked in. I put on like ambiance. I made sure to download ahead of time like fantasy reader ambiance. I was locked in. Maybe because I also had like a bunch of people from work on the flight and I didn't want to make small talk, but I had the noise canceling on and I was like locked into my book.
How long was the flight? From
3 hours.
That's it?
That's it. Yeah. But don't look down when you're flying because it is all just like inhabited snowland.
Yeah, fair.
So like
I'm trying to look at Canadian geography in my brain.
It's Ottawa's like here, and then Iqaluit is like literally like straight up almost.
Well, because it's Yukon territories, Northwest territories,
and then or Nunavut.
Right.
Yeah. I think you might kind of pass Newfoundland a little bit. Because we were going to have to reroute with the storm and we were going to reroute to northern Newfoundland.
Gotcha.
But I think it's, it's pretty much a straight shot.
Damn. Anytime I hear none of it, I think of like having to color it in. Like, did you have to do this?
Yeah.
Like all the little stupid bits.
Provinces.
Okay, next. Would you rather have dinner with your favorite author or your favorite character?
Ooh, author for sure.
Who?
Ashley Poston, without a doubt.
Really? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'd say George R.R. Martin, but I feel like I would want to ask him when the next book is coming out, and he's probably so sick of people asking him that. So like, no.
Fair.
Ashley Poston. That makes sense. I'd love to know her process, like with her. I would just love to know more about her process of writing.
I did like an Instagram live with her over a year ago, but I think I had only read. No, maybe I had read the novel Love Story.
Yeah, it came out like May last year.
Damn, I don't remember now. Anyway, but she's cool.
Yeah.
She's really cool.
She just gives me cool girl vibes. Yeah. Or like Kaylee Smith that wrote Phantasma. Like I think that's just such a unique book.
I haven't read it yet. I
you have
know.
to save it for the fall though. Enchanter obviously just came out. Yeah. And I feel like my rating of it reflected the season because it's a very spooky season read.
Phantasma is.
Both of them
Both of them, okay.
Even though Enchanter like has flowers and stuff on it, and I think it takes place in the spring, it's still obviously with that as a trials book I actually enjoyed.
Damn.
That's
okay.
like Deadly Trials.
Oh my god, my reading list is never ending at this point. Okay, last one. Would you rather only read thrillers or romantasy for the rest of your life?
Oof. Romantasy. Because I could watch like thriller TV shows.
True.
I think.
Okay. Did I tell you I finally read Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney?
Did you like it? Oh, see, I love that. That's one of my favorite thrillers.
Did you read Beautiful Ugly by her?
I don't, but I have it.
I loved that one.
I do have it from my book
one was
of the month.
Fun. Damn. Okay, do you want to talk about Rivals?
Oh, yes.
This is still like book related for anyone
it is.
listening or watching. Rivals is a book screen adaptation.
A masterpiece in television.
One of the greatest TV shows of all time.
And no one has basically heard of it.
No. How did you?
I found out from you.
Oh, okay, you did. Okay.
You were on a work trip somewhere and watching it.
I was in Florida.
And you were like, the yearning, Carter. The yearning. the glances.
Yeah.
And I just like didn't watch it. And I kind of put it on like there's like the watch list on Fable, which I love. You can do your
so
TV
smart
shows
now. Yeah.
So I put it on there. And then, obviously everything else came out, this new season of Bridgerton and everything. And then I think it was like, we were just about to leave on our cruise. I think it was February. And it was one of those shows that I wasn't sure if Matt would want to watch it. So I was like, let's put on the trailer. And he was like, oh, this looks kind of good.
Yeah.
And then I am like not a calm, like, how do I phrase this? I am a fangirl in the sense that like I can't do anything calmly. Like I was watching edits after I was watching it for a second time. I was reading the books. Like I hyperfixate on things I love so much.
I think I just I don't consider myself like to be a fangirl, but I do in that sense of like I will obsess.
That's probably the better phrasing of it.
Hard.
Like I was watching edits for like hours on TikTok about it because it's
you should have sent
so
them.
Good.
The opening scene though, I was like, who recommended it to me? I don't know where
I feel like you
saw
maybe
it.
saw a TikTok.
Everything I do is because of TikTok these days. But I remember starting it and my parents were there with me or like in another room.
It's the plane scene.
The opening scene of them hooking up. And I was like, oh my God, okay.
I saw like a TikTok, I'm pretty sure, and it was like the bookish girlies need to watch this show.
Absolutely.
And it was probably something like that because it's so good.
Rivals is the only show that can romanticize cheating, and I'm
okay with
100% on board.
What are their names? The cute girl with the curly hair.
Freddie and
Lizzie.
Yeah.
Why did I say the British accent like I was Freddie? Lizzie and Freddie. I was like, yes.
Oh my gosh. That was like,
leave your trash spouses and get together.
Yeah. Well, that was the other thing too. Like, if it was just like cheating, I'd be like, no,
but they're like not
don't
great
do that.
people.
But yeah, they're I think their spouses already were
cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to the Cotswolds. Like just I need to go to the English countryside just to.
Damn. Where was it? Because I'm going to London on Monday night, or Tuesday. Did I tell you that?
Yeah. Wait.
Damn.
I thought you were going in June. Oh no. You're right.
I will be there in June. I'm staying for so long. Yeah.
How long are you staying in London?
10 days.
I love that.
Only bringing a carry-on.
Yeah, I can't. I brought a checked bag just for this trip.
Yeah.
We're different people in that sense.
But do you get a free checked bag? Is that why?
So like, it's like, why not? Like we got Porter and Air Canada. I'm like, well, like, what am I going to do? No, like.
Wait, so do you have a credit card that gives you a, which one?
I have an Air Canada business one, the like metal card. Okay. And then they just did the Porter ones. So we just got the Porter credit card because I fly Porter like a decent amount for my corporate job. I really love Porter.
Damn.
And they just came out with a BMO Porter card, which is like our joint card. So now we get check bags with that.
I need to do that because it was $75 to check a bag one way. And my friends and I were like, nope.
At least it'll be like nice weather.
It'll be like 19.
I'd rather that than like 30 like in Florida when it's like
I would take scalding.
Yeah?
I love I love the sun. Put me in the hottest weather possible.
You can always like if you buy a lot of UK covers of books because like we all know you will.
I know, but I don't have room.
Yeah, but you could just buy a suitcase and bring it home if you had to one way.
Oh, so true. I could totally do that.
Everyone was saying that when we were like getting like trips to go to Europe for the first time. Everyone was like, if you like end up wanting a bunch of souvenirs, just buy a carry-on suitcase there and bring it home. Then you're only paying the thing one way.
Damn. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rivals was so good. And then I did get the book. The first one.
The cover is gorgeous. Yeah.
That is really like thick though.
It is. I haven't picked it up. I bought the book right after finishing the show.
Yeah.
Because I was in withdrawals, obviously. But I haven't yet read it. And then obviously it got renewed for season 2.
It got renewed.
No.
I can't wait.
The edits of, and also like, so I'm rooting for cheating and I'm rooting for a 20-year age gap.
Oh, but I go hard for an age gap.
I do
Controversial,
too.
But.
What's like the biggest age gap you would read? What's pushing it?
You know, before I would say 20 years is pushing it, but after watching Rivals, I'm like, well, I'm kind of here for it.
How far apart is she? 21?
She's gonna be like 21. He's got to be like 40.
That's me dating a 40-year-old.
Well, you're not 21. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am 21.
Wow, I always feel like there's like such an age difference between the two of us.
Yeah.
But okay, in real life, I'm like, I wouldn't want you dating a 40-year-old though. But if it was him, I'd be
if
like,
it was him,
go for
it.
Wow.
I'm so excited for season 2.
10, 15?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. A lot of Sarah Kate books have like a big age cap. Do you read Sarah Kate books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Salacious Club.
Yeah.
Series.
Those are like pretty much all age gap, I would say.
Those are spicy.
Oh
my God.
Chili peppers times 5.
Holy. I have only read up until I read the first, second.
And you can't even like say the names of the books because they're all like, you know,
well, the first one is praise.
Yeah. Give me more.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I read the first 3 and then I got like a little too much.
Yeah, it got a little repetitive for me.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy the first few ones.
The first ones were fun because the first one is ex-boyfriend's dad.
Yeah, I also really like that trope.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, but yeah, Rivals.
Have you watched The Buccaneers?
No.
It's like Bridgerton on Apple TV.
No, I haven't watched it.
You need to watch it because season 2 is literally just about to come out. It's so good. It's like Bridgerton, kind of in the sense, like the same era and all that stuff going on, but it follows a group of 5 girlfriends.
Okay.
In like Regency era.
Yeah.
And all of their relationships. So like instead of just focusing on one couple, because sometimes in Bridgerton I get like a little bored. It's just like focusing on one couple.
Yeah, true.
But the Buccaneers focuses on like a group of 5 girlfriends. And like, yeah, like one of them just had a marriage of convenience. And
okay, I can get on board with that.
It's so good. You should watch that maybe on your flight. Get you in the Regency like England vibes.
Ooh,
you should.
I should do
really
that.
Good.
I think I have Apple TV. I think
season 2 is just about to come out.
Damn. Okay, I will read.
Watch it.
Watch
it would be
1.
a good like plain watch.
What do you think is like the best book to screen adaptation ever created? Oh wait, you're gonna say Game of Thrones.
I mean, that was pretty well done.
recently, like.
Oh my gosh, I can't even like. The Wild Robot.
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's a children's book. What? You've never seen The Wild Robot? That is a movie that's gonna make you sob.
No, I haven't seen The Wild Robot.
Oh my gosh. You need to watch The Wild Robot.
Kids book as in like what age?
Like 9 to 12, like small chapter book, like Hunger Games size.
Nope.
But don't read the book. Like just watch the movie. But I think the adaptation was done really, really well. Oh my gosh, you need to watch The Wild Robot.
Not the answer I was thinking you were going to say, but I mean, we'll take it.
I'm trying to think of what I would say. I guess the last one I can think of is probably Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Oh God, yeah. Have you seen all the casting for the new movie? Could they have done it any better?
When I tell you they listened to the people.
They did. So Elle Fanning, the most recent one's Elle Fanning as Effie. And, what's his name? Kieran McCulkin.
Voldemort. Wasn't he Voldemort? Who's playing President
Snow? Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Voldemort. Or was it
I heard people commenting that, but I wasn't sure. No, it's not
Draco's dad was in White Lotus.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. My parents are obsessed with White Lotus.
This season was incredible. What would you say your adaptation would be?
My favorite adaptations, I mean, Rivals is up there, but it's hard because I haven't read the book.
I'm trying to think of something that I read the book first and then watched the movie.
Honestly, I have to say Vampire Academy, the TV show. Yeah.
Can I say like Gossip Girl?
Yeah. Haven't watched that either. I'm trying to think.
I feel like it'd be easier to think of ones that weren't done well, but I can't even think of any on the top of my head.
Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was impeccable.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like awful. And I was we can't be friends.
No, to create a movie so far after like that original, I guess trilogy, but 4 movies was, I can't wait for.
Incredible.
We have till November 2026 is when.
See, I thought it was this year and I was like, how did they do this?
I know. I take it this year, but no.
It must have she must have like literally finished the book and then sent it off to be manuscripted.
My guess is like she might have done it before. Like they were just like, you're writing another book, like we'll take it.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
It's true.
Anyways.
I cannot wait.
Well, what's
we're gonna go book shopping for the rest of the day.
We are. No, what I was gonna ask you is like at the end of every episode I ask the guests to like recommend a book.
Oh yeah.
To everyone listening.
Dust Storm by Maggie Gates. Also, I'm trying to think. Let me go through my Fable because I can give you a list. I feel like I could give you like a fantasy book. Oh, I'm reading one right now for a dark academia that I'm loving. It's called Exorcism of Fairies. It has 20 reviews on Goodreads.
It came
on like a Kindle like recommended.
How'd you find it?
Kindle like recommended books. There's got to be like something 5 stars. Dust Storm, yeah.
Dust Storm. Okay, I will read it. I will read that one.
I did. The Shadows That Listen by Louisa Carmody.
Okay.
It's an angel fantasy book.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I don't. And I'm sorry. Like this was the first one I really loved. It was so good. It's like a dystopian 5 years after. Like there's like kind of like a Last of Us event that happens.
Okay.
But they're angels and not zombies. And she teams up with like an archangel to find her missing boyfriend. And then
what is it called again?
The Shadows That Listen.
Shadows That Listen. I love an angel book.
You're gonna love it. I read it in like a night. It was so okay. It was like one of those once again fast paced but good world building, but not complex world building that you could just like binge the book.
Okay,
those are the 2 books, everybody.
Okay, well. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I will leave all of like your links in the caption, your book club, your Fable, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you guys for listening to Off the Shelf, and we will see you next Thursday.
Yay.